An Australian feature-length documentary has played at the World Conference on Drowning Prevention in Perth. Rip Current Survival features rescues, interviews with survivors and techniques which can be used to prevent drownings. Joining us live is the documentary's producer, Steve Kudzius, who is also the former president of local lifesaving club. Steve, appreciate you talking with us today. Thank you. This is personal for you, isn't it? Just give us a bit of a background as to your journey in this area and what's led to this film.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was involved in multiple tragedies here in Finglehead in northern New South Wales. All three of them had a fatality. The one that I was primarily involved a gentleman by the name of Ryan Martin, who was a citizen rescuer for a little girl who was pulled out in a rip. That sort of event really touched me, and the devastation that families have around drownings and this sort of thing drove us to really push forward.
And we know that this is obviously a really timely warning as the weather heats up, and we're seeing a lot of Australians getting ready to head off on holidays, and hopefully that'll involve a lot of beach time for a lot of us. What is it that you would like everybody watching to know about how to deal with rips? How easy or difficult can they be to read?
Yeah, look, the science sort of proves that only about 20% of beachgoers can actually identify a rip, which is an alarming number, because we have so many people frequenting the beaches, and we're notorious for not wanting to swim between the flags just because we wanted our little space on the beach now, and a lot of beaches are unpatrolled as well. So the biggest thing for people to look for is dark gaps in between waves, or where waves aren't quite breaking quite as well as they should be. The other things to look for on the faster flying rips is actually sand being pulled off the bottom of the ocean, which will have a dark or a sandy line out to the ocean.
And it seems that one thing that really does catch a lot of people is that it can change so quickly.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's flash rips, and flash rips can form anywhere along the beach. So whilst we have waves piling water up onto the beach, a flash rip can form because that water needs to go back out into the ocean some way. So there's the traditional ones that are sort of channelized rips that sit pretty constant, but then the flash rip can happen, and as quick as they come, they will also go as well. So the biggest thing is not to panic if you're ever stuck in that situation. Panic is what sort of causes the drowning in most instances.
A lot of us, I know, send our kids off on Sunday mornings to their local nippers at the beach, which is a great way to get kids to start getting their head around some of these concepts that you're raising. But do you think we need more in terms of formal education about how to identify this sort of stuff so that we can see that death toll from on the beach and in the water dropping in this country? Do we need to get a whole lot better at this?
Yeah, absolutely. We haven't seen any real reduction per population in drownings for the last sort of 10 years, roughly. So what we do need to do, we need to invest in our children and invest in the education system to ensure that we start at an early age for students to be able to identify rips. We've worked really hard to place a number of different scenarios within the documentary to allow people to see the different types of rips and also the science behind it. So it's a fantastic way to involve that into the curriculum, and in the future it will yield results in reduction of fatalities.
Yeah, we all hope so. Steve, congratulations on the doco, and thanks for sharing your experiences with us. Really appreciate that. Thank you.